Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. I'm Joel Awesome. All right, I'm doing a quick review on His and Hers. I did a little review on the trailer, and I was like, yo, this is actually kind of good. So let me check out the show. So I went and checked it out. I just binged it in like a day, really last night and then today. There's 6 episodes. The whole runtime total is like 4 hours and 19 minutes. So it's not really long. You could probably binge it in a day if you really wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and say bravo. Okay, bravo. I liked it. I would recommend it for anybody who likes murder dramas or just dramas anyway. But it's a murder mystery. I'm gonna do a non-spoiler, review first. Then I'll get into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, you'll be all right. But I'm gonna just let you know. Yeah, I liked it. I didn't figure out who the killer was. I was trying to figure it out. Honestly, I had no clue, but there were so many people it could have been. They actually did a good job setting it up. Wow. So, not to ruin it, but there is a twist at the end. Of course, I don't think that's a spoiler, but then there's another twist. There's a couple twists that happen throughout the show. This was one of the more well-made Netflix shows. Like most Netflix shows are kind of boring. And there is a certain element at the end where they kind of dragging it, going back to the Squid Games, Stranger Things type of finale. It's like, y'all dragging it a little bit. But I will say, with the 6 episodes they had, they did their thing. Now, Jon Bernthal's been one of my favorite actors for a minute, just because he plays 2 of my favorite characters. My 2 favorite characters, actually. Shane from The Walking Dead and The Punisher, obviously. I love those characters, and the fact that he plays both of them, and he does it so well. He does this character very well. Some of the same, he's not reaching too far out of his lane, with the acting, but I think the acting was on point. And it was kind of interesting. I'm watching this. This is like pickup acting. It's like pickup basketball. You play pickup basketball. It's a little unorganized, but you can still figure out who's kind of good, who's kind of not. But once you get in the organized game with the coach and the ref, and you got to run things certain different. You know what I mean? You got to run sets. You got to run plays. You got to play as a team. Everybody play defense and stuff, so it's different. I started viewing these as like how he would play the Punisher and how she would play Valkyrie. You could tell they took a lot of time to build those characters and build personality. And this is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's acting on the fly. Like, here's a character, just play the role. And as the show went on, I feel like it got better. I feel like the acting and everything got better. But everybody did a great job. It's some mystery. There's a little bit of sex in there, which I don't think is too necessary, but it's not overkill like some of the shows. But there's a few sex things for 6 episodes. I'm like, that's a little bit much. But I like the dialogue. They cuss each other out and shit a lot. It's really interesting. It didn't start off like the first 10, 12 minutes and really pull me in, but as it went on, that was some good shit. I would recommend. I would rate it like, honestly, I get that like an 8 out of 10. I usually say 7 because that's a number, a 6 point something if it's alright. But I would get that an 8. That's it's a solid show, and it's not like they waste a bunch of time, and it's interesting the whole time. That's it's not really like there's points that are boring, especially when the drama. As someone who loves Marvel and action and shit blowing up and motherfuckers throwing hands, for a drama that kept you intrigued. There's a couple parts where you're on your toes, a couple parts where you're getting excited. So, they did their thing. All right. So now, if you haven't seen it, go ahead, save the video, come back later because I'm about to get into spoilers. All right. You've been warned, so spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1, we getting into it. All right. That was wild. The mama nigga? Okay, how am I supposed to see that? She don't even remember her damn name. She out here murking motherfuckers left and right. She out here Grim Reapering people. 40 stabs. All right, so we'll start with the reason why everybody's, killing each other, backstabbing. These girls were the meanest mean girls in the history of mean girls. You made somebody drink piss? Whether it was piss or not, look, first and foremost, there should have been some kind of suspension. Like, you didn't tell a teacher? You drank piss in school and you didn't go tell a teacher? Catherine? I did like the twist with Catherine, her losing the weight, turning into Lexi, and nobody knew who she was. That was a good twist. But some of these people, I was never like that in high school. I've never been a follower to the degree that I'm gonna do some shit. Especially if you tricked me into drinking piss, I might have become a serial killer. I might have become a serial killer. I might have stabbed you 40 times. Because that's some shit, that's unacceptable. We would never be friends. If you trick me like that and then you're like, oh, come to my birthday party and they're gonna shit on you again and do this and they're gonna shit on you again. Anna and Catherine had no reason to fuck with them girls after the way they treated y'all. I never understood people who were followers at that point. I don't want to say it's unrealistic because there are people who really will rock with motherfuckers who treat them like shit. So I think it is a realistic character trait, but I hate it. You know what I mean? I could never relate to it because I was like, why the fuck would you go? You know what I'm saying? You already treated me wrong. We're gonna be beefing forever. Like Cardi B said, forever. Like, nah, you made piss. Nah. And then to set them up with the grape, you know what I'm saying? And the what? Who are these girls? Why are you in the woods with bitches? You know what I mean? It's not like, I'm not saying bitch, I'm talking about straight bitches. Like, these are evil bitches. There's no reason why you should be friends with these people. I'd rather be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's where it starts, all right? You should have never been a follower. You should have never been fucking with these people. Once you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of that story, that one girl who went to Mexico, this black girl went to Mexico and partied with a bunch of sorority girls, and they stabbed her up and killed her in Mexico. And it was like, yo, what kind of friends are you rolling with? But man, that's what it reminded me of. I don't know how she ended up in that situation or whatever, but yeah, you can't fuck with mean girls, especially if you fat. You know what I mean? You fat and they picking on you. The way she killed her sister, Catherine / Lexi, with the inhaler. I mean, how do you casually just do that to somebody, even if they've been mean? You knew you was gonna kill him right now, and it's kind of crazy because she there's multiple killers. I kind of suspected that. Probably, I was like, maybe there's more than one killer. I knew there was something up when they caught Lexi. They did they killed Lexi, but they did all this stuff. They caught the cameraman, took his ass to jail. But I was like, who the fuck killed Zoe? Who the fuck snuck into the house and killed Zoe? So when we find out it's the mom, it made way more sense. They kept that element there. I hope people kept, caught on that, there's something still missing. The mother writing the letter is kind of crazy, though. You need to burn that shit. I would rather her tell her daughter. But Anna, who Tessa Thompson, she did a great job, fantastic job. Anna is a crazy bitch. She ain't the killer, but she might as well, man. She was down for that. She was like, yeah, mama kill these motherfuckers, cool. I don't know. So I was wondering before I started the show, how are they going to spin off if it's good? How are they going to, or maybe not spin off, but do season 2 or season 3? Season 2 would probably have to be 6 episodes again. If you don't have a lot of content, don't make a lot of content. Just keep it what it is. But yeah, y'all did y'all thing, and I think you kind of did set it up to where you could. Maybe they gonna find out the mama did it, or maybe Tessa's gonna kill somebody. Sorry, not Tessa. Anna go kill somebody to because they killed a mama. I feel like there's more to unpack. They can set up another situation. I think it actually get crazier if you set up another murder that was not involved, but now it's somehow crossing over to their case, and she don't want her mama to get caught, or she don't want to get caught. Like, and then you could age up the daughter, and she start discovering her auntie and her grandma and her uncle are crazy motherfuckers. I think that would be an interesting, season 2. So, I'll give it season 8 out of 10. So I definitely was rocking with it. I ain't really got too much bad things to say. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 hours and 19 minutes, so it's hard to mess up, but I think it's a type of show that's hard to execute. Murder mystery to where you they're leading you down different paths. And a lot of times in TV shows, it doesn't make sense why, this person would be acting this way. But hit like Jack, he was very suspicious the whole time, but obviously he was banging the lady. He didn't want to get blamed for it or whatever. So that made sense, you know what I mean? And I really like that. I think it's a little bit harder thing to write. You know what I'm saying? A murder mystery that everything makes sense and people are acting crazy. The only time there was a lack of common sense was when Anna was in the house on the phone, like, when she figured out Lexi the lot and went on the Ozempic, went on the killer Ozempic and it lost all the weight, and she was on the phone like, it's Lexi, she's the killer. But why are you having this conversation with your back turned? Like, she's staring out the window. All the danger is behind you, all right? The cameraman and Lexi are in the house and you staring out the window. That was pissing me off. But Lexi's still a killer. She attacked her. She killed her sister. I feel like there's got to be more people she may have killed. But who knows? Like, they can unfold it. I would like to see how they did it. But that was the only time there was a lack of common sense. She just turned around. And okay, there was 2 times. And then when she crashed out, which I love her crash out, she had the blicky. She upped the blicky in the purse and started shooting at the cameraman. But you had a revolver, girl. You had a revolver. You had 6 bullets. Why are you chasing this man down, dumping bullets like you got an automatic with a banana clip? You know what I mean? She just wasting bullets. She shot 1, 2. That should have been the warning shot. As soon as he dipped, you should have kept shooting. She shot all 6 bullets and it was like, oh shit, I'm out. I'm like, as a reporter who's married to a detective, I feel like you should be smarter than just use your 6 shots randomly, miss them all, and then panic. Like, I would have shot 2 warning shots. As soon as he took off, I would have got the fuck out the house. You try to save your own life. Why are you chasing this nigga down? And if you chase him down and kill him, that's murder. That's not self-defense. I don't know if you're going to be able to argue that. That was the only lack of common sense, I would say, at least that I caught. And then, but I would say that, that was my only negative of the show. I guess I could have some more negatives, but that's just me nitpicking about who the characters are and who's dating who, and some of that stuff is a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't want to go into it. But either way, they got the relationships. Helen Wang was a trip. She was a bitch. Like, why did y'all hang out with these people? They were bitches. They were straight bitches. Either way, good show. I'm going to wait, 2-3 years to where my mind, I forget everything and watch that again, because that was worth a watch. But I got to forget everything. It's too short for me to forget. And I don't think I'm not going to forget the twist. I know who the killer is, but regardless, that'll be a good rewatch. That's a good watch to watch with somebody else if they ain't watched some shit. And you like, oh, let's put something on. That's your show, all right there. The first episode will do it for you too if y'all kicking it, y'all doing your little Netflix and chill thing. But yeah, this was one. The trailer, it lived up to the trailer. I like the trailer. The trailer sold me. I watched the show. It had no disappointments. I fucks with it. I can't believe I'm saying it. Anyway, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out this mug.
Don't play with my patience. Man, they gone with the flow when they trying to fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip. Ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's